Welcome to Gann forecasting methods. In this slide, we shall be navigating around the Gann square of 9 and let's get to it without any further ado. Now, we are given a number. Our goal is to find support and resistance. We need to construct the Gann square of 9 and identify the closest cardinal and ordinal cross numbers. Like if the number is, let's say, 55, then the support is 53 and the resistance is 57. It is as easy as that. Now the problem happens when the number is of higher value. The size of the Gann square of 9 needs to be on higher end. This is a Gann square of 9 with a size of 5. But if we have a bigger number, we need to have a bigger Gann square of 9, and it is very hard to construct that, at least visually. Now Gann grids, Gann square of 9, Gann wheel, Gann pyramid, they are all same thing. So Gann grid with a view of square of 9 is same thing as Gann square of 9. So let's take a reference point and let's say the LTP of a stock or something is trading at 5152. Now we need to find that support and resistance of it. So based on it, can we do this using the Gann square of 9? So first we shall apply the square of odds property. We need to find the nearest odd number which is perfect square. Because the perfect, see, all the nearest odd number which is perfect square, they will all lie on the ordinal one, ordinal cross, and they will be all support and resistance. Correct? So the square root of 5152 is 71.77, something like this. If we round down to the nearest odd number and square it up, we'll found the nearest odd number which is near 5152 is 5041. So 5041 certainly lies on this line, because 1, 3 square, 5 square, 7 square, this is the property of square of odds in Gann square of 9. So the square of 71 is somewhere down the line. Now we need to find the support and resistance. We need to find the cardinal number, we need to find the ordinal number, we need to find the cardinal number. We can find the cardinal number and ordinal number of that same wheel. Now let's do that. Because we know the relation between the cardinal and ordinal is 45 degrees. Now we have the number which is lying on this lying on this cardinal line is 5041. So 5041 is original number. So let's move it 45 degrees down the line. So we will get the number which is lying on the cardinal cardinal cross. Yes, red cross or blue cross. Okay, for the sake of this discussion, we got the number which is on the blue cross 5041, and now we are getting the number which is on the red cross, that is 45 degrees. For 45 degrees, if you remember, for 360 degrees, when you did the calculation for 34 to 11, we did a minus of 2. Now as we are moving forward and as we are moving 45 degrees, we are adding 0.25. So 71.25, and we are squaring it up and then rounding it up. So 5077 will lie on this red cross. So this is either a support or a resistance number. So we can call it pivot points. Now if our stock's value is above the pivot points, the pivot point will be called as support. If our stock's number is below the pivot point, it will call as a resistance. As simple as that. So these, all the red numbers and blue numbers are pivot points. Now we have to find all other pivot points or important levels, right? Let's keep adding 45 at 0.25 and let's do squaring up. So that's how we are getting the numbers 5112, 5148, 5184. So in that size, so we are getting all the important levels. Now notice that each important size, like in the level of each important level, let me show you in this part. Now each important level, we have 9 pivot points. These are the 9 pivot points. And now look at this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sorry, 8 pivot points are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now again 8 directions, that's why 8 pivot points. 8 directions. The ordinal directions, the cardinal directions. So each level has 8 pivot points. So we are calculating the 8 pivot points. So what we did, let me add one more size, then I will show. So what we did, we calculated we got this number 5041 in that case, and in the 5041, after we got that number, we are moving the Gann square of 9 by 45 degrees, and we are getting this number, this number, this number, this number, this number, this number, and this number. So we are getting the all important levels in that size or in that spiral, whatever you can call, and they are all important pivot points. Now as you got the pivot points, you can see where it lies. It has to lie between two pivot points. So 5142 is the support and 5184 is the resistance. We got this number from the previous calculations. Without even drawing the entire chart, we have Gann square of 9 levels. So far you have learned how to calculate the Gann support and resistance using Gann square of 9. Now, if you have not understood it so far, I'll again repeat the entire thing but in slightly different note. So please listen to it again instead of listening to the video again from the beginning of it. Okay. So first, let's say we are calculating a number for 52. Then what we are doing, it is easy to visualize with 52, right? Only 52. We are finding the number which is wait, let me do it using the Ganzilla software. So let's say the number is 52. So this is the number we are supposed to find the support and resistance. So in this case, the support and resistance is 49. Let me check. Yeah, 49 and 53. So what we are doing there, we are finding the nearest odd number which is a perfect square. So what is the nearest odd number which is a perfect square? 49. So we got 49. Then we are getting this part. We are getting this point, 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 we are getting the nearest points like that, and then we are placing 52 and checking where it is getting placed, and without making the chart we are getting that it is between 49 and 53. As simple as that, because the number has to lie between 49 and 81, right? So between 49 and 81 there are 8 numbers, and between those 8 numbers the 52 has to lie because there are 8 pivot points, and that's how you are getting the support and resistance. Hopefully you have understood this far. If you have not still understood, and if there is any mistake in my way of communication, please let me know in the comments.